Hi guys, I thought of a last minute DIY that I wanted to do. All the things you need are on the screen now. You can make adjustments, like you can use glue or sticky dots. I went with sticky dots because I've only got one glue stick left for it. So you don't have to do this. I drew round some sellotape. You can get anything round. I'm going to make a hot air balloon picture with all them buttons I got. So you can use anything round or you can just freehand it, but I'm rubbish at drawing, so I drew around that and then I just drew the little bit at the bottom. So I did a little makeshift craft area on my bedside table. Normally I like to use my son's room or the kitchen, but my son's in there at the moment and I just thought it would be easier making this little craft area. So I've drawn out my balloon shape, not the best I know, and then I'm going to use the sticky dots just to stick the buttons down. So I did test this out and they do stick, they don't just drop off, so it is secure enough. And the best thing with these sticky dots is if you want to reuse the buttons, you can take them off really easily and reuse them. But I'm going to stick this one down here and I do shake it about just to show you it's not going to drop off in a sec. So it is stuck on there, it's stuck on there really well. And them sticky dots are really cheap. You can get them for about £1, £1.50 from Poundland, craft shops, little cheap shops. So it's a quick DIY, but the sticking the buttons down is quite time consuming. So I don't film every single button that I'm going to stick down. I did find some really nice ones and I went with like certain colours. I went with pinks, browns, reds, that sort of colour theme here. And doing this again, I would paint the background the same colour, like a red or a pink or a brown. I think it's just going to help it make it look a lot better. To be fair, I'm probably going to take this apart and start again anyway. But I really wanted to do a DIY and I really wanted to film a DIY for you guys. So I thought, last minute, okay, I'm going to do this. So that I really like that button. You can't see it properly, but it's red with black speckles. There's some really nice buttons here. So this is just some I've collected and one from the little cheap shop by me. It was like £1 something. I don't know what it was, for a big bag of different buttons and they're really nice. So I might get some more once I've used some up. But that's the balloon all done. So it was a bit awkward trying to find all the buttons I needed, but as you can see what I mean, I would paint the background or colour it in next time I do something like this. But here I'm using some Poundland bunting I've got. I'm going to use the jute that hangs it together, and I'm going to use the Hessian for the little basket for the hot air balloon. I do have a thing of Hessian in my craft stash, but I thought this would be good idea because they've been sitting there and I thought, I can cut one off and I can use it for some crafts. So I just cut a little basket shape out and then I used that jute for the hot air balloon rope. Again, I used the sticky dots for that. I didn't need any glue. Again, you can use any glue that you think will stick it down. I have got my glue gun, I have found it, but I didn't want to start using it and then run out of glue. But the sticky dots work really well, like I said, and then you can just reuse any materials again that you want to use. I could even use that bit of card again if I wanted to. So again, you can use any background for this, paper, cards better. And then you could frame it if you want to. I don't think I've got a frame that would work with the buttons, but I think it turned out really nice, and I have got a few other ideas, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do them. But in the next couple of weeks I would like to put some crafts together in a video. Just have to see if I can find the time, but I felt like doing something tonight, so I quickly chucked this together. It is a quick DIY, but again, the buttons, you've got to allow a few minutes to put the buttons on, depending how big you want your hot air balloon. But I think it turned out really well. The one thing I would change is, like I said before, colouring in the background of the hot air balloon. So I used the sticky dots again for the Jute, and I just stretched it out a bit because they don't often come out in the dots, do they, anyway? And that seemed to work perfectly fine. And then on the little Hessian basket, I did put 2 sticky dots just to keep it in place. And now I've got, I have thought of some other crafts to do with the buttons, but they're more pictures. So I would like to find some other type of crafts to do with the buttons as well. But this DIY cost me nothing. I had everything. So if you are a crafter, you could, I bet you could do this with what you've got. Don't need to go out and buy anything. And even if you wanted to do this and you didn't have the stuff, it wouldn't cost a lot at all. You can get buttons in charity shops, craft shops, the works. Now, I think that turned out really well for a not very thought out project. And I am pleased with that. And the buttons are really nice. I would like to do a multicoloured one as well. But that is it for this craft for today. I am going to try and get some more done and more filmed. But it's probably going to be in the next couple of weeks. So I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope you give it a go. And I'll see you soon on another video. Thank you so much for watching.